That's a pretty bad sound when you don't know where it's coming from. Today, what we're going to discuss for you in this series on camouflaging is the idea of noise discipline. So if we take a look at basically how to move through this area that's basically got just green vegetation on the bottom of it, I can move through this area fairly quietly because there's nothing there to break. It's all green vegetation. There's not any woody stems, so that makes for a good place to move to eliminate noise. However, because there's a lot of green vegetation, I leave a lot of spore behind, a lot of broken, bruised, or damaged vegetation. If I want to go deeper into the woods and move through the leaf litter, I then have to worry about the sticks and the leaves and all that sort of thing. So you got to weigh your options on your movement strategy so that you don't make that much movement, obviously. At the same time, you don't make too much noise. Some of the other pieces of the puzzle that seem to get missed are things as simple as Velcro, opening up a pocket, or in this case, this tactical shirt that has zippers on the sleeves, or in this particularly right here, that Velcro right there where I oftentimes keep my compass, that's just a lot of noise if I'm trying to be quiet. So make sure you're looking at camouflage zippers and stuff of that nature when you're buying your gear so that you know how to get in and out of it without making too much noise. The big one when it comes to noise discipline is your gear. I personally and not one of these guys, and you see these folks that are backpacking and they got gear hanging off of them and it's dangling and it's making noise and it's rattling around, and I can't understand why you'd want to do that. Number one, it really messes up the weight distribution on what you're carrying, and number two, it just makes so much daggone noise. So I like to have pockets where everything can be secured in, even if it's clipped on. And something as simple as this Velcro opening right here, that's going to make a lot of noise in a tactical situation. So find something. This is not my tactical setup right here, but if you have something like that, you can have, for example, this holder right here that doesn't have as big a piece of Velcro, and the main closing and structure is a buckle, so that when I need to get to my compass, that everything's quiet as possibly can be, and we're good to go, and my noise discipline is kept to a minimum. The thing that gets you on noise discipline with something like this is buckles, you know, strapping in, getting everything tight, right? Something like as simple as this. It makes a lot of noise. So you want to do what you can to learn how to do those things quietly. Beyond the actual noise that's on your body, whether it's your gear or your actual garments that you're wearing, some of the things that you need to remember as far as noise discipline is how you're affecting nature, the environment that you happen to be in. For example, if you're going down an area and you're squirrel hunting, for example, and you get a squirrel barking at you, then that squirrel is purposely barking to bring attention to what's going on around. Oftentimes, if you listen to bird language, you can pay attention to what the birds are telling everybody in the area, and you'll know what's going on before it comes to you, as well as if you have alarmed the area. So keep those things in mind. Get out, practice in your environment so you know how the wildlife reacts to you, and so that you know when you've affected the wildlife that they're letting everybody and everything in your immediate environment know that you're there. One methodology goes so far as to indicate noise discipline, much like the waves of throwing a rock into water. You know, if you throw a rock into water, that these waves are going to go out and farther out. Noise is the same way. If you pull up to a location, for example, and you slam a car door, that noise starts to reverberate out into the environment in which you are parked. And the farther out it goes, the less they'll hear it. So the better thing to do is to do everything you can when you show up on the scene to close your car doors quietly. Don't bust flying into an area if you don't have to. Do as much as you can to have noise discipline the moment you show on the scene. So again, that is some ideas in regards to noise discipline when you're in the outdoors, and usefulness for tactical situation as well as hunting and just basically wildlife observation, anything of that nature. But again, I want to emphasize, and I've said this a few times before, I have been blessed to be able to work with some very fine combat, military, law enforcement trackers, and I don't necessarily share those skills on YouTube. I keep what I would consider the sensitive information sensitive, and so that our warfighters can do what it is they need to do. So appreciate all you guys that do exactly that and give me the freedom to be out here in the outdoors, playing in the woods and doing what I do. Thank you for your service. Until next time, I hope to see all of you all on or off the trail.